Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chibowski. In the third round of this first week, I'm fighting Revenge Gilder, which is one of those sort of standard names like Molaliza, so gotta find this opponent through the guild. Galaxy Orion with 723k lifetime score. He has, like my last opponent, 4 Galactic Legends, but no ultimate on Sith Eternal Emperor, and 7.4 mil GP. Nothing too much to show for the rest that would be worth mentioning, I suppose. He mostly has the kind of relics that you would expect, with the exception of a Beskar Mando team and I guess a relic Mon Mothma team there with Cassian and probably K2SO somewhere, if I search for it, but I believe it. So he hasn't attacked yet, and I have some time now, so let's get that done. On my defense, I have a strong wall here in the bottom front, and then the Padme wall here as well. Sorry, the Padme team in the zone. What's nice about this team, I realized, is if I set it a couple times in the front now and people look at my history, they will see that this team was in the front and that JMK was in the back behind it. But the fun part there is that I could in the future, if I want to, even set this team to make someone think that I have JMK in the back, and then actually not set JMK, which would mean that they would likely save a lot of teams in the front, and then ultimately end up saving the wrong teams that I can then use against them. So that's one fun consideration. The other one can also be that I just keep setting JMK there and they actually have to deal with him. So it gives a bit of strategic flexibility. It's kind of a feint in some ways, where you pretend that you have a certain team in the back zone based on what you set here, and then you actually don't have it. And there are a couple other teams where you can do this kind of thing. Another example is if you want to make people worry that you have Supreme Leader Kylo with Night Sisters, then you can set the other Night Sisters in the team somewhere in the front wall, and people look at that and go like, hey, where's Zombie and Daka? This doesn't make sense. I only see Talzin, Spirit, and Asajj. Of course, that only works if you do have a very strong Spirit, otherwise it's going to be a very weak team. But it's a fun way to throw people off, and then actually you don't end up using Zombie and Daka there. Maybe use them with SCE on offense, for example. For all you know. So there's some fun options there that you can play around with that I quite like. Then in the back here, in this case, I do have JMK. It's the Galactic Legend he doesn't have. I fully expect him to clear it. I actually expect him to have all Galactic Legends on offense, because he tends to go offense heavy. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if he drops anything anywhere. I didn't want to go too hard by adding another Galactic Legend, because that would risk him not clearing if I draw at the wrong Galactic Legends on his end, and then he just doesn't have any options left. So with his sort of arena team with JML and JKR and GAC, etc., I'm pretty sure he'll be taking out the JMK team. Then over here we've got the Mon Mothma team there with Cassian, so actually no K2SO, I guess. Night Sisters that I definitely want to use Bounty Hunters on, so I can try to get the 12 kills thing with Jango. I don't know if I'll fully get there, but I'll need to try to make good progress. Actually, I need to check that because I don't know if it ends this week or not. This might be my last chance even. No, okay, there's another week. Good, because I need some help on that one. Or opportunities to use him, rather. Because I only have 4 kills so far. Then the Beskar Mando team, that Rolo team there. So really just like leftovers. And then in the bottom here, he's got Kylo and Unmasked with some First Order Bounty Hunters who are really only Bosk is worth looking at. And then the new team, that one will be a bit tricky to try to get good banners against. And that's it really. This is all he's set for me. So maybe there's a Galactic Legend in the back. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a Rey there. So we'll see how that goes. But I first want to get started with that Night Sister fight. For no particular reason. I mean, I could get through the bottom zone first, but I kind of just want to have that out of the way, see how many kills I get. And if it's not too good, then that's a pity. Right, so this is going to be the team. The goal will be to kill everyone except Spirit, and then just keep focusing on Zombie over and over and make sure that Bosk is topped up. I have to be a bit careful with Dengar that I don't keep throwing out the mines like to heal up, because maybe I'll end up killing Spirit with them. I have to be a little bit careful there. So let's do this and see how it goes. I need to get 8 kills, so I've got to count them. Maybe Jango can get some kills on the other team members too. I have to see how that goes. So they're a bit faster. which is not great. Okay, I was kind of hoping I would be able to get a kill there. Apparently not. There goes my taunt. I'll just stick with those attacks and then wait for Jango to come around to kill. Well, I guess he's not going to kill anything like that. I don't really have to throw out the mines here, so I'm not going to do it, because otherwise I'll kill Talzin. And I would really, really, really like to save that for Jango. Maybe less talking and some more action will be handy too. Let's see if I can get some debuffs here. Oof. Oh boy, that's gonna be, yep, a stun again. Man, it's not gonna be easy. Blowing the opportunity for boss to keep taunting immediately was kind of a mistake in hindsight. Should have probably started with the burning. They've been stun locking me really hard. Wouldn't surprise me if I lose Jango a first time here. The Terminator train is going hard on their end. Just need to get a Dengar turn. And Asajj, she always follows up. This is the most annoying part actually. The turns are perfectly aligned there. Come on. Okay, whew. Close call to heal up a bit, but I don't think it's gonna turn the tide here. Actually considering to go for a kill here. I think I need to. Well. Even a good chance I won't win this one at this rate. Come on, Jango, I just need your one turn. There goes Boba the first time. Can't debuff Talzin. So that's not good. Alright, what have we got here? I think I need to go for the burning to heal up, otherwise I'm gonna be in big trouble. That was Asajj's dispel. I've got to start tracking that or we're not going anywhere. That's going to be Jango's first death in a second. Yep. And a stun again. This could actually be a loss. Which I was starting to think of anyway. Yeah, there he goes. So the feat is already blown as well. Man, I've never had such a tough Bounty Hunters versus Night Sister fights, even when my Bounty Hunters were much weaker. This is kind of a disgrace, to be honest. And now I'm starting to wonder, why did I want to do this fight first? I don't even know. But I've got the absolute upper hand in terms of relics, it's just not doing anything. I think I should back out here, the remaining characters are not going to do anything. Don't care about the protection being stripped in any way. This might have been my best shot to get the kills with Jango as well, so that's kind of a pity. I probably won't get the feat. But, I mean, yeah, these guys can't get around the taunt, so it's whatever. I should have probably just played it safe and immediately gone for the Talzin kill, who did get very lucky there against Boba. But, yeah, I've got to back out of this one and hope that he drops a battle somewhere, or this is a loss. I have to make sure that I can still clear. Alright. Flawless start. Let me just move on and go to the Kylo and Unmasked. So I start with a burn just to get some exposes on there. Thank you R2 for not letting me down there. So we're gonna control this guy, even though Kylo and Unmasked's taunt is pretty annoying. It's much more annoying when he starts moving. Dispel that. Let's take down Fox immediately. Dispel that advantage too. And hopefully I can get one more good hit in on Kylo and Unmasked. Or a good mind trick. I'll fish for a stun here. Got it, nice. Yeah, this team is OP. Haven't used this in forever. I should have maybe saved that one. But I think I'll be fine. And that should have also probably just been a stun. because now I lose my control of him. Potentially, anyway. Let's put some healing immunity on there. And he's stacking offense and defense like crazy at the moment. Just in time. I'll just keep using it, it'll be fine. I could have maybe controlled Kylo and Unmasked, but I think I'll do it when he gets out of stun. That's also fine. Alright, now. See you, mate. And that should be all done. Alright, at least I won this one. Alright, I'll fight the Bosk team next. I could go a bit heavier, but I never really did Geos against bounty hunters, and there might be a case where I have to. So why not do that? It feels like it could be another recipe for failure. I know their Bosk is faster than my GBA, but the other characters are pretty slow, so I hope I'll be able to pull off a 60 here. And get a bit of experience with that. It's just one of those matchups that never really happened. So yeah, you can see on their end all the offense up. It's gonna get dispelled now. And I might as well just start going for him with that. Get it back sooner next time. So at some point their Boba is gonna go get some AoE ability block. Their Dengar will throw his mines out. And maybe they'll keep healing Bosk, but I think eventually, logically seen, my spy should get the upper hand and decimate those guys. But we'll see. Hopefully Poggle can cleanse soon. There we go. And I think I'll heal. I'll just use every heal I have available. The next spy special should probably get him through the protection. Or this already does it. That works. There we go. That's pretty straightforward. So let's see if we can control Dengar before he throws out more debuffs. I'm guessing it's not there just yet. Double 28k, thank you, sir. Oh, might get tricky here towards the end to make sure that I recover everything. Let's see how that goes. Oof. Wow. Yeah, GBA is gonna go still. So we dispel that and hopefully ability block. Everyone's almost full, so I think it's gonna count. Yep. Right, well that's pretty straightforward. So let's go for Dooku first. So I will do an AoE here to steal that, what's that called, defense up. Super complicated name. And immediately get rid of Dooku. I guess he'll drop the foresight though, that's a bit annoying. Wow. Okay, he starts with burning anyway. So I'll need to get a new layer of protection, so to speak. And this annoying little dude here is going to dispel all the foresight I have anyway. Do I want to risk trying to stun? Let's do it. Okay, didn't get it. Let's get rid of that. Perfect. Now we can take him down once he is free of the damage immunity. There we go. I will AoE here. Even if I get countered, that's not a problem. Okay, so if earlier on I would have swapped the stun for a basic, and just ability block Jango, then I could now dispel this guy, which I can't. And that's gonna backfire in the form of a rocket. There we go. Not super happy with that. Because he's not gonna be full. There's, I don't think, any way for me to get to full now. But let's try anyway. Got the first skill there. Let's dispel that. We're gonna forget about the extortion. Make sure he's gone. I'd say there's a decent chance here that this fails. No. Okay, well, it's still a 60. So did you set any surprises? If I find stuff like Ewoks, I'm gonna not be happy. Well, it basically feels like Ewoks, let me put it that way. I probably need to start restarting my game every fight now, because if I drop a single battle to a crash, then I would take a wild guess that I'm gonna lose the match. Not super sure why I'm linking Padme here. They're just kind of like usually the highest priority targets. But, I mean, Ahsoka takes way more turns, so doesn't make a lot of sense. Boom, that's crazy. Well, halfway to my ultimate. Nice that I can focus on her with the crit immunity. Man, I'm so, like, I can keep repeating myself. I'm just so disappointed about the bounty hunters. Like, super hyped that I finally got Relic Jango, and yeah, just nothing to show for. They weren't even particularly OP. Night Sisters, not amazingly modded. Yeah. I mean, I used to do this with, like, against this exact composition with, like, Gear 11 Jango. So that's the weirdest part to me. And yeah, I did hold back a couple times from throwing out debuffs. Maybe that made such a huge difference, but, like, if you look at the modding, it's just, like, no 6.mod stuff. So that's whatever. Then Daka. Yes, decent health, but she, and good speed, but she was never targeted, so it's a bit irrelevant. Zombie then, you would think super fast, but nope. Nothing special. Talzin, speed modded. That probably helped her a bit, but mine's faster without speed modding, so again, I don't know. And Spirit, really slow. So I don't know, guys. That was no success story either way. Okay. Grievous then. Probably makes sense to use Array there. I have not done that against a Relic Droidica, so this should be fun. So the Droidica is going to put me pretty low, that's for sure. We start with a Lifeblood. And we do one more. And now they're gonna keep taking turns like crazy. I have the option to Whirlwind someone here. Magna's not an amazing option, but I think I'll just take it. And almost got B2 down there, but not quite. That's gonna be a problem. But yeah, the damage immunity kicks in at a decent time. Too bad I didn't entirely get him down, but maybe at the same time that's the thing that saved me there, so I don't know how bad that would have looked. And now we go into ultimate, because I'll need it. The Droidica is pretty dang strong. And this probably won't kill anyone. So, oh, he actually goes into damage immunity. Nice timing for him. Okay, let's see if we can do some good damage on Grievous. There we go. So we're gonna need the Lifeblood here. And then just focus on B1 with some basics to heal up. There we go, back to full. That's the nice thing that they do. All the other turns attacks here, Rey becomes really OP. So stack that again. And now it's just a matter of waiting for Droidica to come out of the damage immunity. while I keep stacking lifeblood. And there he goes. And now I just need to make sure that I keep lifeblood on to sort of count as full protection. And then I do basics to heal to full. So I'll just keep stacking a couple more. And there we go. So the protection didn't end up counting, I guess, because I lost it through the lifeblood early on. But yeah, what are you gonna do against the Relic Droidica? Not super much there. So usually SLK can solo this is the answer. Alright, let's see how we do there. Maybe going for L3 is actually better, because he's not going to be taunting now. Yeah. Why do I think of these things like while my SLK is flying towards the IG? This doesn't really make sense. Delayed brain function. Let's see if we can pick him off here. There we go. That should... No, it didn't kill Nest. Wow. Strong Nest. Yeah, nice foresight, mate. Wow, I'm really not healing there. What is that? I hope that I don't kill them here, but I probably will. Yeah, of course. It's still kind of the health, actually. Nice. Well, maybe Stark is nice to push back the turn meter that they get. So I could have maybe thrown him in, but I think it'll be okay. So we mark this fella. And I think I'll just go for the group attack regardless, it doesn't really matter. Let's put that on Daka, and I suppose I can kill Talzin, I can kill Spirit. I could do an AoE. That's just basic. Daka is ability blocked anyway, so besides her stun, she's not going to do too much. What's nice here is to burn through their protection. She might take a turn and dispel at some point, but that's not a big deal. Finally the daze comes in, and I'll just basic again. No point in trying anything different. Wow, good hit there. Not expecting that for my Gear 13 Gideon, but then again it was a Gear 12 Talzin and just the health, so. Okay, I've been thinking if JML can do anything. Is there actually a team he could solo? Because if I look at something like Karth, I'm honestly not sure he can solo Karth. Or anything at all. Let's figure that one out. Okay, so the answer is yes, apparently JML can solo this, so let's see how that goes. I'm pretty curious if I don't just get out-healed like crazy. Obviously he can go around taunt, so that's an advantage, but I feel like besides the F-Lux, he has rather little going for him. I just need to get quick kills here, which obviously get dodged. Okay, there we go. See if I can pick off Kendoris next. Yeah, they wouldn't really stand a chance, I suppose. Unless they're higher relic, then I could imagine a scenario where you just don't get the damage out. Man, JML against Karth. Tragic. Maybe I should not be nice to opponents and just set more on defense. I just don't like when you see an opponent like this that goes super heavy on offense, that does things like Darth Revan against Grievous, which is just stupid banners, that he ends up not clearing, and I one-shot full clear him. Like, it's just not, yeah. Rather save the non-clears for people that actually kind of try. Could have maybe gone with less, but rather put in a safeguard now that I've already blown my buffer. Now obviously Kara isn't gonna get touched by those debuffs, so I'll have to fracture her with Thrawn for sure. Let's pick him off. And just do this, and then that. The fracture comes in. Hopefully stun Mon Mothma, but unlikely. It did work. Okay, beautiful. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And now we swap and we take her out. No dot kill though, but this is fine. So apparently JKL and Hermit Yoda do fine here in a duo. So let's see how that works out. I mean, if you're faster, you obviously immediately get the stun. That's pretty handy. I think I'll go for Captain Han Solo first and get the stun here. It feeds everyone turn meter and makes them jump out. So that's the part I was wondering about, because if Rolo here now would get a good hit in, that could hurt. She fortunately didn't. Yeah, okay, this is very clean. The foresight should save me here. And actually the kill. So that's better than sending in CLS for like a 60 or 61. Because I have some banners to make up for if he one-shots all my teams. Okay, at last the fleets. So he set the same fleets that he usually does. No surprises there. So against the Radus, I wanted to try something different. Maybe it's not the best match to try something different, but given that his TIE Bomber is in the Thrawn fleet, I figured against this one I could use my Rebels, which isn't a counter I've used before, I think, just because my Rebels are not that strong. But apparently this works nicely. So make sure I have Biggs and Han's Millennium Falcon and not Wedge and Rey's Millennium Falcon. Then we put in the Rebel Y-Wing, Phantom, Cassian, and I suppose I could add a Ghost, but I don't think in this fleet you end up needing it. Let's just play it safe though for the practice reasons. So they get the first shot, and then I'm gonna get rid of that deflector shield thing immediately here instead of wiggling. Unfortunately it got dodged though, so that's an amazing start to this fight. I'm ecstatic. Let's dispel those foresights and take out Poe. And then see if I can get rid of all of that. Awesome. Now we do the wiggle. I could have maybe gone for Resistance X-Wing there to dispel those buffs too, but wanted to see if I could pick off their Falcon already. Okay, now instead of trying to dispel this, instead of trying to do the spec here on that crit immunity, I think I'd rather do this. Didn't turn out to be a great decision. Maybe he can heal up a bit, but I think I'm gonna lose that one. Yeah, of course they're gonna go for him as well over Biggs. So I'll definitely need some practice here to perfect this one. If we pick off the Resistance pilot, there's no way for them to get the ultimate. So definitely some improvements I could make here. I'll need to rewatch this. And Ghost was not used. So still a 64 despite the ship that I lost. I'm happy with that. Now Vader likely goes first with a very big hit. So what I often like to do is do a basic on him. But I think instead I'd rather do a basic on the tank here, so that he goes. And now I can pick off Vader before he target locks and puts like a permanent taunt on him. In the past I've switched it up, I've gone for Vader first, and I don't really like the results. So I figured maybe with this I would get a better result. So this one's a bit of a gamble. Do I AoE? I'm gonna do it, hopefully no dodge. Though I still didn't get the kill there. Also dodge potential there. See if we can get into a strong enough position to pick them off before more reinforcements come in. Nice, that was a really good crit actually from, is that 5s? I think so. Okay, he's gonna make him, he didn't make him taunt, okay. Usually that's his go-to move. Alright, no specials for a second. This one can be evaded, so that's a beautiful kill right there. And that turn's pretty much wasted, and here comes the kill. So that's gonna be 68, I think, or 67, yeah, 68. For a final score of 26-75 despite the one loss. Wow. That's nice. That's gonna be tricky for him to beat. I thought it was gonna be a fair bit lower. But looking back at the matches for the rest, I got a 61 on Newt, or 60. The Bosk team was a 60, the Kylo and Unmasked team was a 60. Over here, 63 on SCE, 63 on Garth, 63 on Grievous. So I guess those 63s, they add up nicely. The Night Sisters, I undersized the cleanup as well. Undersized Mon Mothma. Yeah. I don't know, I'm happy. I didn't expect this high of a score, so it'll be tough for him to beat me, even if he one-shots everything. Well, depends on when he attacks. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to edit everything together, but if he does a greater job than me, then you'll definitely hear about it. Otherwise, I hope you had a good first week. Mine was unfortunately disappointing. Just not really any strong opponents. Like, my week could have been really good if the first match was actually against that 850k lifetime guy, but unfortunately he auto-deployed, so maybe I get some better opponents in the next weeks. Looking forward to it. I hope you had a good first week, and I'll see you soon for more Grand Arena.